What's up, guys? So today I am starting seeds. And I'm going to show you how I do them from start to finish, and then later on in the year I will show you how I transplant them. So we get all of our seeds from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. The website for them is rareseeds.com. We get them from them because they are all heirloom varieties, and they have some that go back to like the 1800s, and they produce great for us. Very rarely do we have a seed that doesn't come up. We've been using them for the last 4 years, and they have done the best out of all the different seeds we've tried.
They have different varieties that you're not going to find at the grocery store.
I'm just using organic potting soil. I usually use Pro Mix and mix it with worm castings, and that's worked really good, but a lot of stores around here don't carry it, and I forgot to order it this year, so we're using this instead.
How do you say
Varieties.
that?
Varieties.
Varieties? Okay.
Alright, start that over.
What did I say? I don't remember now. Too much pressure.
Because you said you don't buy them from the store because they don't have all the something.
Okay, so there's different varieties. What's another word for variety?
Nothing. Varieties.
Varieties. Varieties. Okay.
Take 17.
Don't make me laugh. They have different varieties. I can't say it. I can't say it.
You gotta say it.
They have different
Varieties.
varieties. They have different varieties. Varieties. Oh, I'm crying. Why you don't like it? I'm not sure about that stuff. What are you doing there? Don't put any dirt in your mouth.
I already did, Mom. Definitely getting dirt on my head.
Don't put that in your mouth. Not in your mouth. Oh, you did it, didn't you?
You did.
Oh,
Told you.
Hunter, no. Oh, he's chewing. Oh,
Chew it
gross.
down.
Let's get that out of your mouth. Does it taste good? Oh, it's on the outside of your mouth. Oh, gross, Hunter. Why would you eat that?
Why wouldn't you eat it is the question. Dirt is.
You spit it out after
Solid.
you put it in there.
He really enjoys dirt. So what I do is I take paper towels. I take 2 thick, which if you have the small ones, it's 4 parts of the paper towel. And I wet the paper towels. And then rinse it out a little. You still want it pretty decently wet. You don't want it dripping, but you don't want it dry either. And I unfold it. That's what it looks like. So then I take my seeds and I place them on the paper towel. Give them a decent amount of space. You only put the seeds on half because you're gonna fold it over the top of them. So I'll put about that many seeds per paper towel. So you can see how I have them laid out. I got them spaced. And then you take the paper towel and you fold it in half. Then I push down on it to make sure it seats around the seeds good. You can still kind of see the seeds there through the paper towel. Then I take a Ziploc bag. And try not to wrinkle the paper towel when you're putting it in here. You want it nice and flat, because then when the seeds start to root, they don't grow into the paper towel. If it's all bunched up, the seeds will actually start growing through the layers of paper towel. When you try to pull them out to transplant them, you'll break the taproot off. It still happens occasionally, even if it's not wrinkled, but a lot less. And then I take all the air out of it, seal it up, and then I take this and I put it in my dresser drawer, and I leave it in there for anywhere from 3 days to a week. Check it every couple days and you'll see when they start to pop the root out. You want to put them into your pots when the tap roots are about that long. If you wait any longer than that, they really shoot and they get real long and stringy and strandy, and then you're off to a bad start right from the jump. If they don't have a root coming out, then leave them in your drawer for a few more days and check them again. Then I take and transplant them into the dirt, and I will show you guys how to do that next. This is our rhubarb that I'm doing first. You just open up your paper towel, and you can see all the shoots coming out of the seeds. And I do the same thing that I did with the other ones, only with the rhubarb I go a little bit deeper on the holes. Water them in. But as you can see, these seeds, I mean, every single one of them popped a root. And that's part of the reason we get our seeds from Baker Creek. I put them with the tap root going down. And I'm careful not to push down on them too much because you don't want to break the root. The water will seed them in for you. A little bit more dirt on top, so sprinkle that on. Alright, so that's all our rhubarb in. What I'm doing is my peppers. They've all been in here the same amount of time, but look how crazy these melons got. I should have took them out a few more days ago. That's what I was talking about with the strandiness. Then in about a week, I'll start my zucchini, yellow squash, summer squash, all those. I start those about a week, sometimes 2 weeks after I start my tomatoes and peppers. Tomatoes take 10 to 12 weeks before they can go outside, and peppers are usually 8 to 10. With the baby, he was monkeying with the dirt and putting it in his mouth and messing with the flats, so I had to stick our seeds under our light out in the living room here in front of our wood stove this year. We usually use our one bathtub, but I'm remodeling the other bathroom right now, so we can't do that because we only have one shower and it can't be full of plants. So I've got these ones out in the living room. They're pretty much all popped out of the dirt, as you can see. It's been 3 days since I planted them into the flats. I have my high pressure sodium light, and if you're growing them inside the growing lights, you want this light as close to the plants as you can get them without it being so hot that you're scorching the plants or burning them. A good way to tell is if you hold your hand underneath where at plant level. If it's too hot for your hand, it's too hot for the plants. And then over here in the kitchen, on our countertop over here, we have our other plants. Underneath of it's basically a shop light, but I have grow bulbs in it, and it works good until they get big. So when you're first starting plants, this is fine. It's like $100 for the light and bulbs, and even to have some extra bulbs. That other light, the high pressure sodium one, was like $350 for the light and the ballast. And it takes a lot more energy to run that one. The other thing you want to keep in mind is that outside the wind is blowing. So if your plants are inside with no wind or anything, when you put them outside, they're going to get wind whipped. They could die, they break, everything else. So what I do is the whole time that they're growing, I keep a fan on them, blowing constant air at them. That way it strengthens up the stems. And what I'll do is if they'll blow and they'll kind of lean one way, well, then I'll flip the flats around and then they'll straighten back out. And I keep doing that until I take them out. That way when I put them outside, the wind doesn't do anything to them. They're used to it. I usually just use a regular fan, which I have on my high pressure sodium light. But over here this year, we had got a fan tower for spreading the heat from our wood stove down to the other end of our house, because sometimes our bedroom gets pretty cold because we don't really have any fans. We don't have ceiling fans circulating the air. So I'm going to use that tower this year, and I think it's going to work out really nicely. I'll have to let you know on that though. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy the nice weather. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya.